So there's been a lot of people lately that have been failing on a vegan diet because apparently they think it's a diet and they don't understand that it's an actual lifestyle, and they can't seem to differentiate between the two. That's okay. There's a lot of misinformation out there, so that's why you need to subscribe to my channel. In all seriousness, yeah, there's been a few reports or a few YouTube videos, There's been a few YouTube videos of people like quitting, a vegan diet or a plant-based lifestyle because people have been getting sick or whatever. And all I can say is, when people fail on a vegan lifestyle or plant-based lifestyle, it's always usually one of two reasons, all right? Or maybe both reasons. It's one, you're not eating enough, or two, you've created some micronutrient deficiency accidentally. And this stuff happens, if you're new to it and if you don't know how to eat. And I don't really necessarily blame anyone for failing a vegan lifestyle, because nutrition, like the education on nutrition in at least the United States, and I don't know if it's safe to assume, but I'm guessing in even like places like the UK and Europe is garbage, man. It's absolute horrible. It's shit. I can speak for Americans. I know it's absolute shit. Most Americans don't know anything in regards to nutrition. I don't blame Americans. I don't blame people necessarily. It's the school system that's failed us. So we have to go out on our own to try to figure out what to do. And it sometimes it takes years. It took me like 31 years to figure out that it's a plant-based lifestyle that's gonna get me jacked as fuck. Look, in all seriousness, I mean, it took me like about 31 years and like some type of, detrimental event, some type of resignating event with a little bird that forced me to change and actually do more research in regards to plant-based lifestyle. And just for the record, I never had a problem with vegans or anything like that. Even the what do you call it? The extreme vegans or whatever. I never necessarily had an issue with them. So, when these people quit their diets, they quit the vegan. They were never actually vegan. What they were doing was using this as a diet. Okay, and the reason why they quit is because they don't know what they're doing. That's the bottom line. And case in point is someone like this dude. I can't remember his name. Casey Stern from Vegetable Police. He has a YouTube channel called Vegetable Police, and if you check his channel out, he's a really funny dude. I like I've seen some of his content. He's kind of quirky, he's a little bit of a crazy dude, but he's funny. He's a funny dude. The way he presents his content and the way he edits his stuff is it's quite entertaining. But I hope anyone who's watching his content is not actually implementing what he's suggesting, like going carnivore or eating keto or something like that to reduce appetite and all this other shit. I saw this one video apparently that went viral that he acted like this dude called Stephen Assanti. Stephen Assanti was a dude that was on this show called My 600 Pound Life, and apparently Vegetable Police looks like Stephen Assanti. They look very similar. And so he did like this whole like skit, I'll link it down in the description box, where he acted like it, but it was gold. It was hilarious. I was laughing my ass off.
At my heaviest, I was 734 pounds. Do you know what it's like to be over 700 pounds? I had more skin folds than a walrus in heat. Whenever I turned to look at something, I had to rotate and get the folds of fat out with my chin before I could see what's happening over there. I used to deep fry my oatmeal. I couldn't stop. I replaced water with Kool-Aid, but it was organic Kool-Aid, bitch.
Gotta watch it. I'll link it here somewhere. Anyways, he acts like this dude who's like 600 pounds and he loses all this weight. And, but that's how funny it was. So, he talks a little bit about nutrition, all this stuff, and like intermittent fasting, like eating once a day and all that stuff. But then he recommends stuff like the ketogenic diet or the carnivore diet to lose a whole bunch of weight because it'll suppress appetite and it'll decrease cravings. And yeah, some of that actually might be true. But I think he's saying this because he quit the vegan lifestyle. He quit it apparently after doing it for 10 years. And apparently he was cheating during that 10 years, so he wasn't really ever a vegan. He was blatantly quitting. I don't know if it was accidental or what, but he quit it. So the point is, yeah, he couldn't do it because he thought, he says he got sick on it, and now he's completely against it, and he thinks that, you know, just eating meat is the way to go. Just eating dead animals is the way to go, and it's really good for you because his skin is vibrant, he feels like full of energy and all sorts of stuff. I mean, and that's just a blatant sign that the guy probably wasn't eating enough. You got to understand that when you're eating plants and you're active and doing things and you're growing, your metabolism is going to rise. You're eating high amounts of fiber and all that stuff. Yeah, your metabolism is going to go up. I personally, when I switched over, I had to bump my calories up, and I'm seeing the same thing with my girlfriend. She has to bump her calories up as well too because it's a lot of fiber that you're eating. Okay, so your system is almost like cleansing itself out, if you know what I mean. And if you're eating a variety of plants, let me just say that should work very efficient on this lifestyle. Which, by the way, in regards to cravings or any of this shit, look, years ago I did keto, and I don't even know if I should talk about this because I'm actually kind of embarrassed that I did keto. I didn't do it for weight loss or anything. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about keto. It was something I did. I regret that I even did it. I didn't do it for weight loss. I just wanted to do it because I've never done a stupid diet, and I fucking did it, and it was stupid. Whatever. Anyway, God, whatever. I shouldn't even brought that up. But anyways, this dude, Vegetable Police, Casey, he's a funny dude, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. If you look at him, he has no idea what the hell he's talking about. He relies on anecdotal experiences more than anything rather than actual scientific facts, because I think he thinks that like everything is corrupt, and he's actually, some of it's kind of true, some of that, but some of the data is legit. Okay, and I'm not saying that anecdotal experiences don't count for anything, because they do count for something. You know, it's better than nothing. But you can't use anecdotal experiences to refute scientific facts. Now, I know there's this whole argument that everybody's different and all that stuff. Right, I agree. Everyone is different. Everyone has different taste preferences and different foods that agree with people. But there is, I don't know, not one individual who can eat animal flesh or their secretions or eat high amounts of saturated fat and dietary cholesterol that is not going to have any type of negative impacts on their health if they eat it on a regular basis for years. I've never seen it. I've never heard of it. I don't know. I know you can give a cat, a carnivore, an actual legitimate carnivore like a cat, a bunch of dead animals. It'll eat those dead animals and nothing. It'll be healthy as hell. You give that same diet to a human and they'll get sick. Okay, their LDL cholesterol will go through the roof. They'll get heart disease, diabetes. I mean, you fucking name it. Strokes, all sorts of shit will start to happen to this individual if they follow a diet that's consistent like that for years to come. So we're not carnivores is the whole point, okay? We're not carnivores, we're herbivores. And that's you just need to get that through your head. I know society has told you that you're an omnivore. You're not an omnivore, you're an herbivore. Get over it, it's fact. If you were an omnivore, you wouldn't develop plaques in your arteries after you ate dietary cholesterol, saturated fat, and all that shit, okay? You wouldn't be as sensitive to these food items as compared to that of a carnivore that can thrive off of those foods because that's the foods that they're supposed to eat. Point of all this is that people have been failing the vegan lifestyle and all that stuff. And again, I'm just gonna say these are just people that don't know what they're doing. So don't think anything of it. Don't think anything of it. These people, they just don't know. They don't know what they're doing. So just leave it alone. If you're considering a vegan lifestyle, a plant-based lifestyle, I strongly recommend you do it. If you don't do it, then honestly, you're just doing yourself a disservice. You're doing your body a disservice. You're doing your family a disservice. You're doing the planet a disservice, and you're straight up blatantly disrespecting animals every day you choose to not live a plant-based lifestyle. I don't know if you can call that opinion or just objective fact. Unnecessarily killing an animal just for taste or convenience. I don't know, that's an argument that we could have, but I don't know if we should get into that. This video's already long enough as it is, right? That's all I've got to say in regards to all this. People quitting the vegan lifestyle, it's not because the vegan lifestyle failed them. It's because they failed themselves. That's all it is. So yeah, don't pay any attention to it. I'm here to tell you there's plenty of help out there. If you go on a vegan diet and you start to struggle, something starts to happen to you, reach out. There's people to help you. There's doctors to help you, plant-based doctors. Reach out. I guarantee you, whatever it is that you have can be fixed. That's all I'm going to say. That is all I think I have to say. This is a very free flow type of video, no special edits, no scripting, none of that stuff. I just wanted to get in front of the camera and talk about this very quickly because this shit is ridiculous. You know, people try to blow this crap out of proportion, and it's, you know, this all just comes down to people not knowing how to eat. That's all it is. People don't know how to eat, unfortunately. So make sure to check that video out. What's his name? Casey's video's out. You'll probably get a good laugh out of it. At least I thought it was funny. I've got some good content for you guys later on in the week. And that's about it. You know who I am. I'm the Natural Hulkster. I want to thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for the next one.